Welcome back to Footballology. My name is Mike. I want to thank you guys for joining me for another week. Also, I want to apologize for my last prospect video. I don't feel like I gave it my all. I really didn't do too much research. Just kind of threw something out there, so I really apologize for that. But this week, I want to talk about my top 5 running back prospects. First off on the list, I got Jay Ajayi. I know a lot of people like him as the number 3 running back, but my personal opinion, I feel like he's number 5. There's a lot of guys that I feel like are ahead of him, but with him, I know you're going to get a consistent running back. You're going to get a good catcher of the ball. You can line him up out wide. You can also, run pretty much almost any system with him. From him coming from Boise State, he definitely gives a lot of versatility to you. He's not really a big home run hitter, and I mean, a lot of people kind of want that, kind of don't. Breaks a lot of tackles, really good in the hole. I just don't know. In my personal opinion, I don't know what he's going to look like at the next level. I really couldn't find NFL comparisons to him. If you guys can find somebody, please help me out. Put it in the comment section. I looked everywhere. The closest thing I got was Chris Johnson, and then I finally started to look at Chris Johnson, and I'm like, Mike, you're crazy. He doesn't have that home run speed. So I kind of went away from that. But yeah, with him, I feel like he's number 5. I feel like there's a lot of other running backs out there that are worthwhile. Getting on with the list. At number 4, I got T.J. Yeldon from Alabama. I'm a huge fan of T.J. Yeldon. I'm just a huge fan of Alabama running backs. Trent Richardson, Mark Ingram, now Yeldon. Alabama running backs are just legit, in my personal opinion. Coming from a pro-style offense, I know they're running behind a semi-professional offensive line in college, and they just open up all the holes for them. But me personally, Alabama running backs, they do the work, man. They grind. Eddie Lacy as well. I know I was forgetting someone. Eddie Lacy. My personal opinion, they're all good. The ones that have came into the league, I feel like a lot of them haven't had their fair shake. As you've seen Mark Ingram towards the end of the year, this past season, start to get his fair shake in New Orleans. And New Orleans was like, oh, wow, maybe we actually got a good running back on our roster, which you do. I don't know what's going on with Trent Richardson. He was definitely my boy when he came out of Alabama. And then obviously what Eddie Lacy's doing up in Green Bay, he's tearing it apart. So I just feel like T.J. Yeldon is going to be another one of those products. And I feel like that if some team somewhere gives him an opportunity or a chance to actually do something, that he's going to have a lot of success. I hope he's go to a pro-style offense. My NFL comparisons was Le'Veon Bell. I mean, I literally pulled up 2 videos, one of Le'Veon Bell and one of T.J. Yeldon, and they're identical. Run tall, run big, break tackles. Neither one of them have that home run hitting speed, but definitely both of them run exactly the same. They can make you miss, but at the same time, they're not afraid of a little contact. Catch the ball really well out of the backfield. So, really, in my personal opinion, Yeldon can probably be the top back once the career gets started and move down the line. He could probably be one of the top upper backs in the league. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words today. Number 3, now this is where it gets really crazy. I got Todd Gurley. I know a lot of people are like, whoa, Todd Gurley, he's like the number 1 running back. He's this, and this. Injuries, man. I know when AP came out, AP had a lot of injury situations when he's coming out of Oklahoma. But Todd Gurley, I mean, honestly, he has it all. If he's healthy, he's easily the number 1 back. Easily the first back taken in the first round. Just everything. He has a good running style, decent NFL speed, in my personal opinion. Like I said, really doesn't have. No one in this class really has home run hitting speed, but with Todd Gurley, he probably has the best speed of any running back, in my personal opinion. I love his running style, honestly. I'm a big fan of the 6 foot taller running backs, and when you watch Todd Gurley, man, he can do it. I think. My personal opinion, my NFL comparisons was AP, but with that said, I feel like he is what everybody wanted AP to be. More of shifty back. I'm not going to try to attack you. AP was always a running back that was trying to attack someone. And I know AP comparisons, that's high. That's the best running back in the league right now. And that's a high comparisons. But I feel like Todd Gurley has that. Coming off the ACL, in my personal opinion, it's scary because you don't know what you're actually going to get just right away. But I definitely feel like he's a guy that can come in, start for a team day 1, and you can see him going in the second round. Maybe even the first round, depending on what team is picking where and if they feel comfortable with taking him there. But I just feel like that he gives you so much. He gives you patience. He gives you home run sometimes. Definitely good catcher out of the backfield. That's pretty much any running back in this class. They all catch the ball really well out of the backfield. Moving on to number 2, Amir Abdullah. Now, Amir Abdullah, when you look at him, you want to say small and shifty, but he's not small and shifty. He's actually really small with good power. Now, if you want to look at an NFL comparisons to him, I picked Lesean McCoy. I don't know what I say, Lesean McCoy. Lesean McCoy. Lesean McCoy, now I know that's a huge comparison because Lesean McCoy is like the agile freak. Like, he can make you miss in a phone booth. But I feel like Amir Abdullah has some of those. Once again, I pulled up the videos, put them side by side, and they looked almost ideal. I really like the NFL comparisons. They both catch the ball really well. Abdullah, in my opinion, can almost hit you a little bit more harder. Like, I feel like he has a little bit more of a truck to him, so to speak. But at the same time, I feel like he can make you miss, break tackles, good leg tackle, can break all the leg tackles. I feel like he definitely has a home run ability, but doesn't have that speed for the home run every time. Good catcher of the ball out of the backfield, great vision in the hole, and just he can make you miss in the phone booth as well. I definitely want to see him at the next level, and I feel like anybody that takes him is definitely going to get a steal out of the draft. And then at number 1, I have Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon he's the one. The NFL comparisons that everybody's comparing him to is Jamal Charles, and I completely agree with that. In my opinion, he's Jamal Charles after the ACL injury. Me being a Chiefs fan, I should know this. But if you watch Jamal Charles before his ACL injury and Jamal after his ACL injury, you'll notice there's 2 different running backs. Jamal after his ACL injury was more bigger, buffer, looked like he just toned his body up and really worked on his physique. And that's what Melvin Gordon is. Melvin Gordon doesn't have that track speed like Jamal Charles, and that's what it is. You can't say anything about that. But he can do everything Jamal does. If you watch Jamal Charles run, Melvin Gordon gets skinny in the hole. Jamal turns into a wet noodle in the hole if you watch him sometimes. He just slides right through there. It's crazy. But I feel like Melvin Gordon can do that, but also he has enough power to truck a lot of guys. And you just look at this running back class in general, and that completes my list. But if you look at this running back class in general, they all do everything really well. I really didn't see too much of their pass blocking. I was trying to find some stuff, and I couldn't find any. But they all catch the ball really well. No one's really a big home run hitter, and you can't do anything about that. That's just God-given ability. But that's pretty much it. That's all I had this week. I hope you guys liked the video. Subscribe. Find me on Twitter at MichaelKVKC79. And yeah, go Chiefs. Jamal Charles jersey on today. So see you guys next week. Deuces. Be safe.